right, so here we go then. All right, congratulations. You will probably get the Varsity Letter alumnus jacket that we promised everybody that we never deliver. So congratulations again. But right now, Chris, we do this segment, and I always set it up this way. It's a segment everybody loves. That's the only reason they tune in, I feel like, although we have wonderful personalities and wonderful guests. What's it called, Chris? What is it?
Fresh from the comic shop.
Live from the pressing salon. Here we are, guys. This is where we ask you, the audience, to send in your fresh gets each and every week. They can be AOKs. They can be mail calls. They can be from your local comic shop. They can be pickups that are 50 years old. They can be pickups that are just 2 days old. Show them off. Hit us up on Instagram. We're going to give you the instructions in a hot sec. But each month, this segment is sponsored by Whatnot. And each month, we give away.
I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing.
What did I do?
Maybe it's because I'm channeling my inner Joker today, but go ahead. Tell them about Whatnot. I'll be back.
Spiel where you can win slabs from Whatnot just by participating in Fresh from the Comic Shop. And guess what slab we're giving away this month, Lucy? Guess what slab?
Oh, what is it?
Oh, look at this. Would you look at this? That is a 9.2 CGC Darth Vader, number 3, the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. I know it's a 9.2. However, this thing is going to blow up.
Free.
She's good. Exactly. There you go. It's like people complaining about free lunch.
Yeah.
But that book is absolutely going to blow up. So I'm ecstatic we got that. Chris did a great job of tracking that down and making that happen. But here we go. What is Whatnot? Let's first start off with that. And I know Lucy knows what Whatnot is. Can you say that as fast as I do, though? That's the question I have. What Whatnot is? Whatnot combines the safe buying platform of eBay with the video component of Twitch. Their mission is to bring together collectors and enthusiasts to safely buy, sell, and connect. Now here are the instructions on how you submit to Fresh from the Comic Shop each week. You must be signed up to Whatnot. Our link is below, and if you sign up, you'll get $3 off your first purchase. You must follow Comic Book Canon on Whatnot. Post a pic of your fresh get on Instagram. Tag us at Comic Book Canon, but also, very important here, or else we won't see it, use the hashtag FFTCS, and from there, we will show off your fresh get. Now, a lot of you post 10s, 20 pictures a week. We only pick one. We'll show off that one, but keep sending them in. We enjoy them. We enjoy seeing them. So we're just going to get right into it. Lucy. You ready for this?
Yep, let's do this.
All right, by the way, Lucy is picking a winner or a semifinalist to go up against Comic Demon on Monday.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to open the door. I'll be back.
Absolutely. I'm just going to go over what we look for in the three, the criteria. It's presentation, how you compose the picture. Make sure it's a beautiful looking picture. It's also the uniqueness of the book, right? Uniqueness of the book. It could be the cover. It could be a rare issue. It could be this or that. Just make it unique. Also, another good attribute here that we take into the criteria is something that means something to you. Give us a story. Tell us why this book means something to you. All three of those things combine to make a great submission. We're going to get right into it right now with Mike Dyson 2099. Oh man, 1 per store. Thank you, variant. I never luck out and get the 1 per store, but I did this time. Thanks the Nerd Store Greeley for holding it for me. This has been a hot book. This has definitely been a hot book, Chris and Lucy. A lot of people have been looking for that book. The Stray Dogs, thank you. It seems like it came out of nowhere. Congratulations, Mike Dyson, on picking that up. Next up, we have Marvel Man 616 Comics, Amazing Spider-Man Anyone, the first appearance of the Sinister Six, with Spider-Man No Way Home hinting at a very possible Sinister Six team-up. I wanted to feature this book, and that is an absolute classic. Congratulations on that. Marvel Man 616 Comics. Next up, we got Into Oblivion. Guys, I love this series. Geiger, this is issue number 6. I absolutely love this series. I say it each and every week whenever somebody submits this, but I really do enjoy that. All right, here we go. This is a good one. I like this one. This guy was a semifinalist a couple weeks ago. Super Rad Comics. I'm working up on finishing my Preacher run and had to make a quick detour to show it off. I've lived in San Antonio my whole life and have been inside the Alamo maybe once, and no, I didn't find the basement. Not sure what he's referring to with the basement, but I'm liking how he's incorporating this book with the actual Alamo. That's Fantastic. Right there. That's a presentation. That's what we like to see. Good job, Super Rad. You did a great job with Hydra Man a few weeks ago as well. E. Marvell. Massive ups to the ladies and gents at Sanctum Sanctorium Comics out of Michigan. Stray Dogs issue 1 and 2. Copies of the first print. Good luck finding them anywhere else. Also, can't wait to get my white cover back from CGC Comics with the wife's old boy Tyson. I don't know if his wife's into Mike Tyson. I don't know what that means, but those right there are some really hot books as well. Next up, we got Comic Kong. Something is killing the children. Lucy, you do like this series.
I do.
I don't want to give a spoiler away if that's going to be any of your fresh gets, but Comic Con, Something is Killing the Children, number 11, the Inyuk Lee variant with only 200 sets made. This is extremely undervalued in my opinion, and we know where 2 of them are. Let's just try and track down the other 198. Lucy, you are up with your first fresh get of the week. What do you got?
Okay, let me do this one first. This one, I got this one.
Nice
it's
house.
an exclusive. Oh my god, my kid.
That is a good thing.
Oh, he's showing off his lollipop. This one, it's trying to take the glare. Nice house on the lake, number 1, exclusive from Bird City Comics. I didn't have the issue number 1, so I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to order this one from them. But then a nicely awesome friend from the community, he sent me the issue number 1 next. So
that's
now
great.
I have 2. And another one, it's actually
we do one at a time.
One at a time. Sorry. Trying to get ahead of myself.
Rules. She's like getting overconfident now. She's like, I'm a host
you
now.
You told me I'm staying, so.
There are rules. There are rules. Anyways, moving on though. We got Comic Ozzy, and I hope you're paying attention, Lucy. We hope you're paying attention because you do have responsibilities. Comic Ozzy, good friend of the show. He is our guest next week, by the way. Scored a really nice copy from my local comic shop. I plan on sending it to the next in the next submission. I guess he's talking about CGC to go along with the others in the PC. A long-term hold till something develops. I love all these covers from this run. Mike, Zach, absolutely. And by the way, we say this all the time, but look at how Comic Ozzy composes his shots. That depth of field is outstanding. We always appreciate what he does here. Moving on, we got Comic Toby, 420, The Punisher, the man capable to battle with and take down organized crime. The Punisher number 1 comes to life with a complete toy run. We're going to take you down, Kingpin. Loving what you got there. That's a classic cover, by the way, as well. Speaking of classic, House of L comic just got today. This is today from CGC. One of my favorite characters' first appearance in the DC, the true Captain Marvel, aka Shazam. That's his first appearance in DC at a 7.0. That is solid work there, House of L. We congratulate you on that. Neighbor to the north. This fresh from the comic shop pickup is dedicated to Chris at Journal Comics. Yeah. Some Whitlock goodness. By the way, this is an inside joke. Lucy will explain it to you another time. Whitlock. Picked up Marvel 201, 61, and 63. 61 being the first appearance of her, and 63 being the first mention of the Beyonders in multiple panels. Also grabbed a couple more Warlock, a.k.a. Whitlock, number 1 to stash. Chris will tell you can't go wrong with Whitlock number 1. Nukes Comics. This is a gorgeous cover. I mean, gorgeous. I picked up this copy of Amazing Spider-Man 54 from Zeus Comics. It is the stunning Coelho Stormbreakers variant. Artwork like this is what drew me to comic books in the first place. We don't blame you. We don't blame you. Chris, you got your first fresh get of the week. What is it?
All right. So again, I apologize. I'm kind of bending the rule a little bit because I still haven't purchased the comic. It's been like over 6 weeks now. It's killing me, guys. So this is coming from my same month and my comic shop order. So, but I absolutely love this cover. This is Amazing Fantasy number 2, the Peach Momoko cover. She gets a lot of hate. Maybe it's like 11 hate. I know sometimes I'm like, okay. But her style, I love her style overall. And I think this one epitomizes her ability to just kind of capture this, not only does she bring in a very rich Japanese art style to her work,
I was gonna say that. Very Japanese.
Yeah, but I mean, just her ability to kind of, I mean, I love how there's this, you know, very abstract framing of whatever's going on in the picture as well. But this is one of my favorite
It's
Momoko
gorgeous. It's
covers.
gorgeous. It looks like you took just a blank cover to her and she just sketched on it right there. That's what's really cool about her work. She does a good job with that. Good stuff right there. By the way, I did a disservice to Lucy here by not putting her hand. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Just want to make sure we have your Instagram handle. Y'all need to follow Momma Comics. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? And it's at Momma Comics, but you know, I'm not right there. But everybody follow Momma Comics on the Instagram. Sorry I didn't do that earlier. All right, moving on here. What do we got? We got Vinnie Whitlock with New Avengers number 7. This is a variant, a Sentry variant. It's kind of like the old school kind of setup there. First appearance of Illuminati. He's got 2 of those that are 9.6. I think that's a ratio variant too. Hard to get. Moving on here. I do like this. This is what I'll say is pretty unique here. Arana Escarlata, an absolute gem from my personal collection. A Scarlet Spider pencil sketch by the late Tom Lyle, an amazing Spidey artist who also created the Scarlet Spider costume. That's, I mean, right there, perfect example of a unique book because that's only unique to him. So good stuff right there, man. We got Thanos wins with a V, if that makes sense. What if Iron Man lost the Armor Wars? This is What If number 8. This is their revival in the late 80s, I do believe. I was totally into this series, and it just grew my love for What If. It's so psyched about the announcement of What If. It's so psyched to be watching What If. I can't believe we live in such a day and age. It's outstanding. Slap Jr. picked this great Sam De La Rosa sketch up the other day. My first CGC signed series. Great sketch. It really is. That is a fun-looking sketch. Great book right there as well. We got Son of Comics right here. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr 1 through 5 complete set, all A covers. One of the best stories of 2021. Chris, you mentioned them.
I agree. I have not read the first 3 issues, but I'm right there with them so far.
I have not read any of them. I have heard nothing but great
Yeah,
things.
I'm a little behind on that one too, but I really enjoy it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, so I'm the only one who has not read it. So, anyways, I will remove myself. But you know what? No, I won't. I'm in control here, and I'm going to show off my first fresh get of the week. Guys, this book I got from Midtown. There's been, honestly, with Shang-Chi coming out, there's been a lot of talk about all of these, you know, kind of superheroes from the Asian Pacific region coming to fruition. And one of these is White Fox. And this isn't her first appearance. It was a Contest of Champions. But this is her first kind of solo series. It's the Future Fight Firsts. I love the cover, by the way.
Nice.
Outstanding cover. So this is going to be one you guys all want to look out for. If there is any sort of announcement. She's also going to be part of the death of Doctor Strange as well. So I would be on the lookout for any of these books. These Future Fight Firsts, Crescent and IO. You've got Swordmaster isn't part of that, but you also have Luna Snow. A lot of good stuff from those characters as well. So you have a look out for those. All right,
that's just the cover A, right?
That's cover A. That's just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Absolutely gorgeous. Moving on. By the way, her first appearance is in Contest of Champions number 1. Moving on, we got Sicilian Comics, Iron Man 14, first appearance and death of Night Phantom. I love the variety that Sicilian Comics sends us each and every week. This one included. So good stuff right there. We got MCATS 910, Ironheart number 1, and Ironheart number 2 second print. Copies ordered by retailers. I think he said we're 920 for that issue 2 second print. These are books as well that you're going to want to be looking out for. I don't see these going down anytime soon. There's also a second print of the first issue as well that I believe was a 1200 print run. I actually got that in a dollar bin, and I was shocked because it was like it's worth over 200.
Wow! I just sold the one at a 10 yesterday on my auction.
You sold one?
It was the one at a 10. Yeah. No, for 100. No.
I was about to say 400. Yeah. I mean, she's only going to gain in popularity. She's going to be out in Black Panther 2. Once that happens, I hope we see him in the armor in Black Panther 2, but we'll see. Anyways, Bearded One. We all know he's a Lobo fan. He makes that known each and every week. I told Comic Book Cannon before that I'm not much of a variant collector, but if you put my favorite character on the cover, I will have it, and I'm sure this Fresh from the Comic Shop submission proves that. It sure does. That is a nice collection of Lobo. This guy tries to collect every book that Lobo has ever been in. And here we go. One of our winners here, Tommy Boy Collections. This guy always, guys, take note of how creative he gets. He's not eligible to win because he's already won a slab, but I mean, come on, this guy still brings the heat. This week's pickup was me feeling like a Superman. Action Comics 1 reprints from 1976. The same year I was born, in a 9.8. Took this picture with the trophy I won for an Out of Darkness car show for military suicide awareness. My car took best of show. Out of all the cars that attended, a good show for a good cause, and also first car show with my 1950 Chevy Bel Air convertible. I swear this guy has probably more cars than comic books. Right? But he's always creative in his presentation. And you know who else is creative? It's his wife, who was also a winner of a slab. These guys are ridiculous. And it's funny that literally they're back to back. I take these as they come in terms of time. And back to back. April X Vision, Sorcerers, Voodoo, Witches, Strange Things. All kinds of fall feels in this Strange Academy #1. Had to admire this pick with a fall variant of pumpkin spice draft latte. By the way, I love me some La Colombe. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love that. So both of those two are not eligible to win, but we truly appreciate the effort they take each and every week to send us creative picks. So everybody take note. Here's one of our semifinalists, though. He's going to go up against the semifinalist, the winner of this week. That's Comic Demon, showing off his classic Hulk versus Things battles in these Fantastic Four, issues 166, 167. This fight is up there in great Hulk versus Thing fights. You know it's good when it spans the next issue. Plus, these issues also collect the Marvel Value Stamps B, 13 Doctor Strange, B, 38 Conan the Barbarian. Good stuff, man. Your week before was way more creative. That's why it's in the semifinals. Moving on, we got Raw Dog Comics. Picked up these 3 beautiful books this week. Batman 112, incredible Scarecrow cover. The Nice House on the Lake for cover A. I think he's in the swimming pool drinking a Heineken. And Daredevil 34, absolutely amazing covers. I have to agree right there. But we're going to see another amazing cover, I have no doubt, from Lucy. What do you got?
I'm going to do this one. Color that I got. This one not so long ago. I bought it from Whatnot auction. And I got a really good price. And I've been wanting this book for a while. And it's a second print. And finally, I own this one. I own the first run, but I didn't have the second run, but I didn't have the first run. So I'm excited to own this one. Yeah. That
is a beautiful, beautiful cover. I was hoping that I set you up and you would follow along, and you did. You delivered. You delivered, no doubt about that. All right, next up we got Union Josh Comics, Marvel Superheroes #1, the King Size Special, the first reprint of Daredevil #1, featuring the origin and first appearance of Daredevil. Guys, these reprints are really becoming a thing. Obviously, the first appearance of Daredevil is a few bucks, but this is a more affordable option, and we're seeing a lot of that with the Fastest Smile. By the way, with the Fastest Smile, especially, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Facsimile?
Facsimile.
It sounded good to me.
It's been, but you have Ultimate Fallout 4 that came out a few weeks ago, and people are selling this for ridiculous amounts of money because people think it looks super similar to the original. Right. If you see something that looks too good to be true, make sure you look at all the facts in the corners and everything else to make sure it is the actual first print. Moving on, we got C to the G. Been a while since I last posted. Got some things cooking, but first, out of the box, the Man-Thing #1 through 3. That's some. Oh, look at that! No, look at that. He took some time to put some shrubbery, or I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
There. That is that's some thinking right there. We dig that.
I love that. Because look, Man-Thing is creeping out of the shrubbery, out of the greenery, and so are the books.
Yep.
But that's a pretty cool shot.
And that's the stuff we're looking for right there. So thank you, C to the G. Good stuff. Nori Jordan picked up a nice bunch of books here. I had a day off and took a drive to a store that often has customers and employees not paying attention to hot books. I got lucky and found 2 copies of Noctera #1 right on the shelf, which seemed like a good score. Yeah. I also got in some great buys from Whatnot, which I am also proud to display. Hopefully I can find some more good buys next week. I mean, I'll tell you what sticks out to me is the Ironheart. Obviously, the Nice House on the Lake #1 there too. I'm not too familiar with those Black Widow issues, but that's a good pickup. Good week of books right there, Nori Jordan. Cover Junkies comics. Lucy, this guy tries to collect every Doom cover. I'm not kidding.
Nice.
Not kidding. And here we go. This is what he's showing off this week. Yep. Nice presentation, I'd have to say. Just another 4 Doom covers. All 4 covers are amazing, but I'm really excited to own Dr. Doom #9, the Phoenix variant. That is a gorgeous looking cover. Congratulations on that cover, Junkie Comics. Chris, what do you got for your second fresh can of the week? What do you got?
I gotta wonder, and if Louis is in the chat, if there's a new Doom book that has 40 variants, does he have in Doom's on all the covers? Does he buy all 40 variants?
Answer. He is in the chat. It's Louis Logic's, right? It's not covered.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Louis Logic.
Okay.
Answer.
All right, folks. I brought a cat here with my
nice.
fresh from the comic shop. I got my cat. You guys, he made an appearance on the canon. What was that? Last week or the week before?
Last week. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not hanging out today. He's like, oh, I got better things to do. And so this book, again, it came from my my comic shop monthly haul. There's nothing really key about this book, but I've been going so more, at least the last couple of months, on some nice older DC goodies. So I got Brave and the Bold, a nice 15-center Brave and the Bold #91.
Another
it
Brave
just has
wow,
a
nice.
beautiful cover. But you know what's even more awesome than just this book being a cool book and having a beautiful cover? The reason why I picked it is because of the smell. This book just has that smell of bringing you back.
Yeah.
The nostalgia smell. I mean, it's perfect. You know, you're flipping through the pages, and it's funny how we as human beings, you know, our senses and what they do. And the smell of this, I'm telling you, I am a kid again, and it just brings me back. I'm like a 7-year-old kid when I'm reading this book, and it's like I'm right there. So that's why I picked this book.
You had a Brave and the Bold last week too, right?
What's that?
You had a Brave and the Bold last week, I think, right?
Oh yeah, the first appearance of Golden Age Catwoman outside of the Golden Age. Yep.
You remember all the people that said we hate DC? What?
Yeah. What's up with that, man?
What? Anyways, moving on, guys. We jammed through these these audience submissions. I wasn't paying attention really because this is our last one of the week. It's Mark Leneker, but it'll give Lucy some time to figure out see which one she likes as we go through our last books. Mark Leneker, Silver Surfer Volume 3, number 34 and 46, reintroduction of Thanos and then Whitlock. No, he spelled it Warlock. Gamora and Pip. Got these a hot minute ago, forgot to post. I know you must be crushed. We are on the edge of our seat with whatever you do, Mark Leneker. This guy, though, he posts books that are 60, 70 years old as well. So, true collector in Mark. Lucy, what is your... No, actually, no. Time out. My second fresh kid of the week. Then we'll get to you, Lucy. Again, sometimes Midtown does some cool sales. Like this week, they're doing sales off of back issues that start with C and D, which I've never seen that before. But these were 99-cent issues, back issues of Marvel, and I've wanted this cover because I love it. I'm not a huge JTC kind of action figure variant guy, but this is Miss Marvel #1 action figure variant. I just dug it, man. I just really
for $1.
I got it for 99 cents. Yeah.
Wow.
Shut up!
Yeah.
No way! Wow.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for these guys. Absolutely. I'm not sure if this book will ever get hot or not. It's her second series, not her first series, but it's still a really cool variant. So I really, really dig that. All right, Lucy, what do you got for your third fresh get?
Okay, this one.
This, by the way, this answers the question of what book you look forward to each and every week.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or every time.
Yeah, who asked that? Who asked that?
Huh?
Or
okay. Oh yes, that's
somebody
right.
in the chat
Somebody
asked.
else
Yeah.
did ask. Okay, so this one, since I'm answering a question and then plus my submission, I'm gonna do this one.
Ah,
okay.
The I'm trying to get not the Me You Love in the Dark. This one, this one, it's the Scotty Young exclusive that you had to order from his website. And this one is from Bird City Comics, and then that's kind of like the homage to the what's it called, the Cabin in the Woods. And this one, the soonest I love Scotty Young and Jorge Corona, like when they did Middle West, they did an amazing job with that story, and I really, really loved it. So when I knew they were gonna work together again, I had a pre-order, and I got issue number 1. I got there was no variants, so I was excited that there were some exclusives that I was able to get. I got these 2. I have one more also from Bird City Comics, and it was hard to choose, which store exclusive to get, because they also have a Jenniferson and they have other artists, and they're beautiful, but there's so many I could get. But that's one book that I'm excited right now because I love those 2 artists working together, and the story's really good too.
That's another thing that hooks you in.
This one, it is Image. Yes, yeah. I love kind of like creepy stories and stuff like that. So this one was kind of like perfect. That this girl like moves into she's an artist and she moves into a haunted house. She knows it's haunted, to kind of give her inspiration.
Interesting.
So that's one book that I'm loving right now. Yeah.
That's definitely a hot book. It's a hot independent as well, and it's nice to see those books getting a lot of people noticing those books.
Yes.
And I'm not into that genre of horror. However, I have been getting into Tanyan, Department of Truth, and I haven't read My Nice House on the Lake yet, but I will be. So that's good stuff. We kind of see where your interests lie in terms of that. That's interesting. We like learning about that.
So yeah, independent comics.
That's great. That's absolutely great. Chris and Lucy, you have to get to work because we're going to be asking you an answer for an answer soon.
Okay.
Chris, your third fresh get of the. Oh, you're not Chris. You're Lucy. Chris, your third fresh get of the week.
All right, I'm moving that aside here. What does that mean?
Oh, we have slab.
Okay, so again, this is I just came back from CGC, so I had already got this book, but it's a fresh get because it came back from CGC. So because of the movie, this is Eternals #2, first appearance of the Celestials. I bought this book from mycomicshop.com. When did I send these off? I sent these off to CGC in May. So I think I bought this around February or March this year. And I paid like less than $40 for it.
Nice.
And they had it as a very good plus, a 4.5. And I said, these fools are tripping. This is a nice book. I did press and clean it. Now, I know that there's some folks in the chat that saw me reveal the grade on my live show. So today we're not going to pull the chat. I'm going to pull you guys, Lucy and Jeff. What do you think? They said this book was a 4.5. And again, I pressed and cleaned it. But I would love.
So after your press and clean, I'm going to say a 2.5.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. No.
I'm joking.
What you trying to say about my
I'm joking.
skills?
Well,
no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna I'm gonna go 7.5.
Look at this immaculate back.
That looks good. I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay, I want to be a little nicer, and I'm gonna say 8.0.
I mean, look at the spine.
It looks
It looks good.
solid. It looks great. A
Yeah.
4.5. They said
They
gave
call
you the
this
wrong
a 4.5.
they gave you the wrong book.
I pressed and cleaned it.
I want to say an 8. So let's see. I want to see.
Okay, so I guess I always guess before I send them in. I guessed a 9.0, and I was confident. I'm looking at it and I'm confident. I'm like, this book's a 9.0. But then I was like, but they gave it a 4.5. Personally, there's no way. I was like, I'm sticking with it. 9.0. That's what I'm sticking with.
Here we
So
go.
the reveal is
Oh shit!
a 9.
Whoa!
Oh, Dan called it. He said 9.2.
Wow!
I was
Dan.
closer, so I said 8.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Congratulations
That's
on
really
that.
good. That's
I was
awesome.
Yeah, I think it was like $36 or $38.
Wow.
I'm blown away by how, and there are lower grade. You can get a book that's like mid-grade that has solid pressable defects that sometimes you can really bump up to a 9.2. But this was a situation where their grading was very, very either wrong or extremely conservative. Because even if I didn't press that book up, it probably would have been at least a 7.0. So I'm just, yeah.
That's
Hey,
incredible.
I will say, my comic shop, though, they are usually very conservative with their grading. So kudos to them.
By the way, I was joking about the 2.5. Dan De La Torre, a good friend who did not submit a book this week. How long was the turnaround to get your CGC slabs back?
I paid for Fast Track, and
And it was a
I
year?
sent them in May, and I got them back like last week. So I was actually impressed once they they're received. I was pretty impressed with how fast the turnaround time was. So I have really nothing
Dang,
negative
that
to
was
say.
fast.
I mean, yeah, they've. I think they might be in a situation now where they're finally trying to get control of this turnaround time. I don't know. Maybe I just got lucky. I don't know.
Hey, Comic Man Andy just sent books in. He got them back in 21 days.
That's
wow.
Yeah,
He
so
has no people then. Just kidding.
I know, right?
the thumbnail on his video, and he doesn't look like he doesn't look like he was expecting
He's
that.
fronting. Somebody's getting paid.
Yeah. All right. So my last fresh get of the week is we had this gentleman on, this writer Ron Mars on a few weeks ago.
Nice.
Really nice man. I was really looking forward to this based off of the premise alone. Kind of like these true story books, like Shadow Doctor, outstanding. This one is Almost American #1.
Nice.
Ron Mars. And I was planning on reading this for the show to give you guys a little bit more than I am right now. But I didn't get to read it, and I'm sorry I failed all you. But I'll tell you the premise. It's about Russians who are spying for the U.S. They get brought over to the U.S. when their contract or whatever is done, and the U.S. basically just it doesn't give them shit, and they're homeless and having to figure it out on their own. So I find that interesting. Ron is working with the people whose story this is about, and I'm really looking forward to reading that. Based off of that premise alone, it really is interesting, and based off of how much I love Shadow Doctor, I feel like this is going to be kind of the same thing. All right, and right there ends all submissions for Fresh from the Comic Shop. Lucy, can we ask you if you have an inkling or an idea of somebody you think should win this week and move on to the semifinals?
I think two of them that I really like the way they took the pictures. I don't remember the names, but it was. I know that the book was War. What is it? Secret Wars. The one.
Secret Wars. Okay, that was Kamikaze.
Yeah, and the.
Hold on, I got it for you. I swear. Boom.
Yes, that one. I really like that one.
Kamikaze, okay.
And also because I just got that book also. But I got that the error one, the Blue Galactus, which
Blue
it took me
Galactus.
a little to notice from Whatnot. Great price too. And I like the men thing too, the way he put it like on the
C to the G.
Oh, C to the
I
G?
like those too. Very creative. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
It's between those two. I don't know.
All right. Chris and I may have to come down. So you've given us 2 to choose from. We'll help you out here. If you're going to ask my opinion, which I guess you are, C to the G. I just really enjoy what he did here. I like the thought that he put into this.
Yeah. I hear you. Love.
And this is going to be awkward because
Kamikaze
is a guest next week too.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, I want to pick him just to make him happy before he comes on the show. But I would give it to C to the G on this one, man. I mean, that was very, very, very visually appealing and creative to, I'm brain. I can't speak the
synergy.
Oh my god!
It just looks like a nice picture. How about that?
Oh my gosh, guys! Just slap me.
It's been a crazy summer for everybody here, so it's all good. Anyways, that right there, it's official. C to the G is going up against Comic Demon on Monday. We will have that in our stories for all y'all to vote, and we will have a finalist by Tuesday, and then we'll start a new round next week for Fresh from the Comic Shop. But before we end Fresh from the Comic Shop, Chris is going to tell you one more time how you enter into Fresh from the Comic Shop. And Lucy, thank you so much again.
No, thank you, guys.
Putting yourself out there and helping us pick
Synonymous.
All right, here we go.
Synonymous.
There we go. There we go.
Sorry, the two were synonymous. The book and this theme. What are we talking about? Fresh from the Comic Shop. All right, again. Download the Whatnot app with the link below. All right. Once you download it, set up your account. Really, really easy to do. And then find us, Comic Book Canon, on Whatnot and follow us there. Once you do that, you do the same basic things that you need to do on Instagram by taking a picture of your fresh get. Make sure you got a unique book. The presentation is great. You put a story behind it. All those things that we look for. Tag us, Comic Book Canon. Oh, and of course, leave the hashtag Fresh from the Comic Shop, FFTCS. You gotta leave that hashtag, or we're not gonna find you. And then again, tag us, Comic Book Canon, on Instagram. And that's all you need to do, folks.
That's all you need to do. Right there ends Fresh from the Comic Shop.
So easy.